Hello, good evening. Welcome again to another show with Chris from Rebound. Tonight I've got a lovely guest on. We've got Team Solar Casual Ladies head coach CJ Lee in the house tonight. Hi CJ, how are you getting on?
Yeah, really good. Thanks, Chris. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I think it's great to have you on the show. So for a while I wanted to really promote the ladies side of games. I believe it's a side of game that needs a bit more TLC and it's also great value of entertainment as a game day experience. So I just wanted to introduce you to the show. So CJ is head coach of the ladies program at the D1, and they've just gone back to back top four in the second for two times in a row in the NBL Division One. So I thought maybe to start off some of the highlights of the season, CJ.
Well, I think uh, it's nice to hear that we've had back-to-back top fours. For us, at the beginning of the season, our goal is obviously to make the playoffs and ultimately to be playing our best basketball come playoff time. In on the run up to that, we'd obviously love to have a great kind of showing in the cup and then again in the league. And if I think back to this season, probably the first highlight was getting two good wins against the top two teams. So we had a home win against Anglia, who admittedly they were travelling probably a little bit beaten up that weekend. But we had a really good result against Anglia earlier on before Christmas, and then we had a great home win before Christmas. Sorry, a great road win before Christmas against which Ipswich, who obviously took this year's title. So they were a couple of the high points, but it's so difficult in a basketball season. It's not just the games that you win that are the high points. It's when you see your team coming together. When you see the plan that you make before the season start to look like it might work,
Yeah.
that's always a particularly kind of good point in the year. And we've had a number of moments throughout the season where I felt like we were a team that could compete with everyone.
Definitely, and it's definitely evident to see, especially a strong home form as well. You're very strong at home, majority wins at home, so that's really good to see. I just want to see how did the opportunity come about for you to become a coach at the Kestrels?
Um, I actually started before I get got to the Kestrels. I started as a Taekwondo instructor, and I got into basketball in a kind of backwards way. I was asked to join. I was asked to help a group of young women get into shape, and when in my young 20s, I couldn't resist that, and almost by accident, I got into basketball coaching. But along that journey, I just met some amazing, kind of really inspirational people, coaches and players alike. And then in about 2005, I moved from Worthing, where I'd been coaching with Phil Waghorn, who's now in Nottingham, and there was a new program starting up by a guy called Michael Ball, who's now over in Hertfordshire. But he was starting a new team, and we just came along. My wife was playing basketball as well, so it was a good situation for us to come and have a look. And we loved it. We loved the energy straight away. There seemed to be quite a good vibe in Southampton. We spent a couple of years kind of traveling to and from Brighton, where we were living at the time, and then I think in about 2005 we moved. 2008 we moved to Southampton, and I've been involved in the club ever since.
Great. Say it's an issue at the moment with quite a lot of basketballs. How do we keep youngsters in England from under 18 after they head off to America? But what do you think, like clubs like Solent, who have the program, like you say, can offer a viable option for UK basketball?
Look, I think I'm a realist, and we want our young British players to be the best players that they can be, and be offered the best opportunities for their individual development. And in terms of what the US, what the States can offer, even some programs in Europe. what they can offer that we still struggle with in the UK is high quality and consistent high level competition. Now, I think, we have coaches, we have venues, we have educational pathways. So we've got a really good academy system now that is still, I would still describe it as in its infancy, because not all academies look the same. Um, Equally, we have lots of HE programs. So we've got lots of universities that for some time have made a real investment in basketball. So you look at places like Sheffield, Loughborough, Durham, ourselves in Solent, Cardiff. There are lots of institutions that offer a really strong basketball program alongside education. But where I think the one area that we just struggle with in the UK is that ability to provide that consistent level competition. And some people might be quick to shoot me down for saying that. I don't think our problem is about coaching. It's not about having the coaches that can teach the game of basketball well. I think we have that in abundance. But until we can get a combination of good resources to keep kids in the country and good consistent quality competition, that's where we're always going to still be looking to send those kids elsewhere.
Definitely. So, yes, as I say, competition at highest level brings out the best in the performers. As I say, unfortunately, we have playoffs this season, and obviously we've seen a revamp. So in the men's side of D2 with regionalising it, do you think regionalising it is way to go to limit the costs on these academies having to travel the other side of the country to play a big team, or whether to grow it from the regions up, or do we just say we have like an elite league with, say, the academies you just mentioned? How's best to build it, in your opinion?
Well, that's such a difficult question to answer, only because there are, I know for a fact that we're just an hour away from London, and in our
Mm.
pre-season we regularly play a couple of London teams who could easily compete in the National League. They could easily compete in Division Two. Some of them might not be that far away from competing in Division One, but the reason they don't do it is because of the cost, and that's
Cool.
problematic if you've got really good programs, really good players out there that want to play at that level, but feel like cost is prohibitive. That's not good for the game. It's not good for the growth of the game. But on the same level, it's not just about cost. Like some of those players and coaches, they don't want to travel 3-4 hours to play games. And I think if you want to play the best, you've got to be willing to put that time in. And we've made journeys up to Lancashire and Manchester to play teams that were at the right level, and that's part of the experience of playing kind of performance level sport.
Very true, CJ, very true. So I say, obviously the season was cut short because of the current situation, but maybe can you tell us a bit more about what you guys and the team are doing to stay fit during this off season?
Look, this is an unprecedented situation. Obviously, seasons do get cut short. Normally at the
Mm.
other end, and it's not normally at the it's not normally at the end. It's normally at the beginning.
Yeah,
And look, I can just say I'm very fortunate. I work with a team of really good athletes. Um, Whether I'm there, whether there's a practice court available, whether we're all together, those those girls are athletes all the time. Those women are athletes. But we're also lucky that we've been taking advantage of things like House Party um, and Zoom, and we've actually been online a few times and had workouts. We've set each other challenges. In fact, we just set ourselves a challenge today, and the women are really quick to respond and get involved. So I've got no real concerns about our team staying in shape. I think our focus now is when does next season start, because there will be a next season, but will it start on time? Will it start in September, October time? Will it need to be pushed back a bit later? So effectively, we're in the off season, and in the off season, we just want our women to stay healthy, stay in reasonable shape. Not in basketball shape, but in reasonable shape. Like I say, none of them really need to be kind of incentivized to stay in good physical shape because they're young women. They want to look good. They want to feel good about themselves. And I think, if anything, in this particular kind of climate, everyone's thinking about, is their health as good as it can be? So
Of
we
course.
are working together. We are staying in touch, but I'm not worried.
No, that's good. Good to hear. So when would a normal pre-season start for you guys in terms of hitting the gym, getting those workouts? Obviously, a lot of franchises need to get the recruitment in. Where say you guys are saying that probably know the regional team shape because of the academic year before preceding the season. I'd be interested to hear when do you guys start that sort of off-season workout in terms of hours in the on the court and etc.
Well, I find that, as you know, from a coaching point of view, once the season's done, because the season is it's physically demanding on the players, absolutely, but it's quite mentally and emotionally demanding on coaches and coaching staff. And I think we all need a break. Normally comes so
Of course,
normally, we're hoping that we're going to be playing deep into April, and then we try and have a kind of 6 to 8 weeks off. And if I'm honest, that's as much for me as it is for the players. We try and encourage them to do other things, do go for walks, do swimming, do other sports, just take a bit of time away from basketball, almost so that they miss it a little bit as well, so that
of course, yeah.
it doesn't become a drag or a drain. And then we normally start around. We still probably scrimmage once a week from throughout kind of May and June, and that's really the players who want to do that more than it is me. So, I will sometimes go down and watch those kind of scrimmage sessions, but I don't coach. I don't really get involved. And then come normally about second or third week in July, that's when we'll
Yeah.
start kind of getting together and running kind of organized scrimmages, starting to maybe look at a few things that we want to try for the following season. But the nature of our program, because we do have a lot of students involved, and like we've been recruiting really hard this year, we're probably going to bring in 6 to 7 new players to the program. It's not possible for us to run full practices until September.
Of
So
course.
in July and August, we're really just, for me, it's just a kind of partly a creative process to see things that we want to try out and just see where players are and see how we're going to try and create some chemistry with the new players coming in September time.
Definitely all sounds good, and so hopefully you guys have another great season. I think the next show comes on soon, so maybe just wrap it up there. But thank you for coming on, CJ. It's been great chatting to you, and let's hope that we all resume to normal life soon, as say to the next season to start as close as possible to when it normally starts. Obviously, given time for your team and other teams to have a good pre-season workout. Um, just to give people a bit of idea where they can find more information about the Team Essentials Ladies program on the social medias, that'd be great if you want to plug that just now.
Excellent. So, I mean, you can find us on Instagram and, well, all social media platforms. Just put Team Solent Kestrels in Google, and you'll find a plethora of information. We've got great social media, and you'll get to have a look at what we're doing, right from kind of under tens right through to senior basketball.
That's great. Thank you for today. Thanks for being on, CJ, and all the best for summer. It's been lovely having you guys listen. Hope you enjoyed hearing a bit more about the ladies program. I'm off tomorrow, but I've got Lancashire Spinners coach on Thursday's show, and I believe there's a show coming after this about wheelchair basketball. Have a great evening, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Thanks, Chris.
Cheers, CJ.
All right, here we are.
Hi, Dylan.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm very good. Wait a second. I've got too many devices on. Yes, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah.
You had 9 people waiting for you because you're late. Just to
Jesus.
let you know. You're a
Are they
celebrity, mate.
are they all still there?
We've got 8 people, it says.
Nice.
So, got some
Decent.
fans, mate.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we've got you back again. Just to, we've got you back. We've got a little short video that we've made that's going to play in a moment. But just whilst we wait for that, tell us the best 3 games you have commentated on quickly, and why.
The best 3. That's a tough one. I think 2 out of the 3 would have to be the Women's World Final between GB and the Netherlands and the Women's European Final between GB and the Netherlands again. So I commentated both of them a year apart. And then, what would be the other one? Probably, it's tough. Probably GB versus Germany from the the crossover game at the World Championships. That was really good, just because they were both great teams. So, but there's loads. Like I could tell you a whole list. That
And what makes a game stand out to you that you like? What makes that a highlight game for you? What's the difference?
Not really sure. Like when I commentate on the game, like I'm just totally in the moment. I totally focus on on what what's going on and like in the game. Like I couldn't tell you because like when I'm commentating on the game, I'm solely focused on the game and nothing else. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
Okay. Rupert, if you could play the video of Dylan, please. We would have had more clips, but time consuming. That's right.
For 3, Amy Conroy knocks it down.
Oh, that's good.
Amy Conroy for 3.
And it goes! Oh my God! It's a 2-point game with 47 seconds to go.
Oh, that's pass.
Oh my God. That was clutch.
They could win this.
That was honestly the clutchest thing I've ever seen in my life. Billy Bridge knocks it down. Big 3-point. Well, it was a 3-pointer, but it counts as 2 in this game. And Bayer responds.
What a shot.
What a response from Bayer there. And Bridge again. Oh, and he knocks it down. 3's going.
That's good, man. That's really good.
So tell us about those. Yeah.
That's good, mate.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's good.
All right, cool. Tell us about those 3 games that are in that clip. Well, tell the people that are watching I need to do some stuff.
So, what was it? The first one was of Amy, right? Was it the first clip?
Yeah.
So that would have been, I think it would have been the first Germany game. So they lost in that game at Euros, but I just remember it being a really good game. In the first game, Germany blew them out a lot, and then obviously they came back to win the semi-final by 1 point. So, that was a really good tournament last year. Really enjoyed it, and then, what was the second clip again? Oh yeah, from Sheffield, the EuroLeague 1. Yeah, that was the final between Besiktas and Bilbao. That was a great game. It was like a 2-point game all the way through, and then Bilbao clutched it at the end, I think. So it was really good. First time seeing Bilbao live in action. So obviously they have like great players on their squad, like Yannick Blair, Tom O'Neill, Thorne, guys that I would say I'm close friends with now. So yeah, it was good to see them. And then the last one was at the High Rollers event, which 3v3 event, and I've never commentated on 3v3 basketball before. So that was a hell of an experience.
3x3.
3x3.
Yes. Sorry. Carry on.
But yeah, that was really good, and I'm looking forward to the event in August if it goes ahead. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So you just mentioned a few players from Bilbao. What are their names again?
Yeah, Yannick Blair and Tom O'Neill-Thorne. They're two Australian players.
Tell me about the way they play and their talents.
Yannick Blair is just like what do you call it? Evolutionary guard. So like back in the he's been playing since how long has he been playing now? He's been playing since like 2004, so quite a long time, 16 years. So I think he made his debut for the national team 2009, and that was back when they had like do you know like Justin Eveson and all the big classic Australians like Eveson, Brad Ness. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
So like when he was playing with them, he was just like a classic pick and roll guard. And then obviously as the game's evolved, he's done a lot like on the ball. Like nowadays he does stuff on the ball, so like he's a very versatile one pointer. So like I think that he should be a player that a lot of one pointers aspire to be like, just because he's so versatile and he can do pretty much anything. So
what's his name?
He's good.
How do you spell it?
Yannick Blair. So JANNIKBLAIR.
Okay, thank you. Carry on. Oh yeah, he's got some highlight videos. World Cup. All right, cool. And tell us about the other guy.
Yeah, Tom O'Neill-Thorne. Oh, sorry about
got
that.
vibes. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
My mum, believe it or not.
Oh, legend. You should have answered. It's all right. Can't ignore your mum.
Sorry.
Does she know what you're doing?
No, she doesn't actually know.
Oh.
She's not a big basketball fan, so I tend to just not say anything to her about this because she'll not understand it. And then she'll ask me like,
so at least to let her know you ain't got corona and tell her you're okay.
Yeah, she knows I'm okay. I've been inside more or less for like 2 weeks. So
yeah, good lad. And tell us about Thorne, the other guy, and where his name is.
Yeah, so Tom O'Neill-Thorne is only a year older than me, but he made his I believe he made his debut at the World Championships in Korea. See, he would have only been like 17 at the time, and he's just like an unbelievably, like, I don't know, I can't even describe it. He's just like, he's one of these players that just leave you mind blown. He's just so good on the ball, like great point guard, great speed, tough defender, great on the ball as well, scoring and like he's just like he's one of these players that are just like next level.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I could give a bit more analysis, but like guys like Tom O'Neill-Thorne, Harry Brown, those sort of players, they're just the type of players where you see them play and they just blow your mind.
Yep. Every time they play. Okay. Yeah. So, and tell us about some juniors that that are up and coming, that are working hard or hopefully still doing their thing during Corona. But yeah, tell us about a few of the young players that you know.
You mean like NGB?
Yeah, wherever. Just some young players that maybe aren't playing in the men's league yet, or young players.
What juniors now or juniors when I was in the juniors?
Juniors now, if you know any. Juniors. If not, don't worry.
No, I know a few. I think ones that spring to mind is obviously Oscar Knight from Plymouth. I think you've played against him. Just again, an unbelievable player.
He's very good.
Yeah, Charlie, your club. Obviously, you know him very well.
Mhm.
That's like I can't believe how good he is for the age he is.
He's got a fantastic coach. That's why.
Yeah, yeah. Dan Smith from Exeter. He's another great player playing in Prem at a very young age. I think he's only 17. Who else? Liam Barker from Thames Valley. Great kid. I've known him for many years.
Mhm.
I think he was only just starting in the juniors when I was finishing. So
Cool.
yeah. Who else? Trying to think. Trying to think of any Scottish guys that you might know. He's Ben Leach. He was on the GB under 22s.
I don't know anyone anymore, if I'm honest.
You don't know anyone. All right.
No,
He plays for the
sorry.
Glasgow Rock. A great player.
Mhm.
Con Nagel plays for Sheffield. Probably, I'd say he's the best under 23 player right now. It's Con Nagel, just unbelievable,
Oh, I know
like
who you mean.
ball. Yeah, the Irish guy, the double amp.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, he's good.
he's just unbelievable. And he destroyed when Titans went. So when Hughes Valley went to play Sheffield in Sheffield, Con just destroyed us by himself basically.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else. James Beattie is again a junior that I played alongside with. So when I was just finishing, he was starting in the Scotland program. He's AB, but I honestly think he's the best AB player to ever play the game. He's just unbelievable. Just the way he moves his chair, like the way he knows, like the way he controls his chair for an AB. Because like when ABs play, like yeah, they might score really well or whatever, but then they always seem to like not quite get the chair skills or the chair control. But he's a master at that, and yeah, from seeing him when he was a little kid to where he is now, he's just unbelievable. He's going to play in the Prem next season for Glasgow Rocks. Trying to think who else. Yeah, and then just on the women's side, there's Maddie Martin, plays for
Mhm.
Titans. You might know her. Do you know
Yep,
who
I
I'm on
do.
about?
Mhm.
Yeah. She's just again another unbelievable player. So yeah, there's quite a lot. It's good to see that when Greg and all them came up, well, like when Greg and all them finished at the under 22s, I thought there was going to be a period where everything at under 22 level would cool off, but it
Yeah.
seems to like have really progressed well. And yeah. Oh, and another one before I forget, who plays for Oldham now is Tyler Baines.
Mhm. Oh,
I've
he's
known
very
him.
good.
Yeah, he's very good. I've known him since. Oh, and Cal Doherty as well. I've known them two since for years. I used to when I played at Carlisle. Tyler was at Carlisle, and we both played Div 4, believe it or not. And now he's playing in the Prem. And yeah, so yeah, they're another two very good players, junior players. Yeah,
Okay,
so
cool.
it's not.
Moving on. Trying to keep it a bit more structured now, so I'm trying to stick into my points. So obviously everyone's locked at home on lockdown, Corona lockdown, and not allowed to go anywhere, do anything.
Yeah.
So a while ago, I don't know if you saw, but we were trying to get a kit design going for Junior Club. So that's sort of finalised now. So in collaboration with Summer Madness and Triple Double Hoopwear, we're going to release like a kit design pack
Nice.
to junior teams, and we're just going to select one or two winners, and the winners of the kit design will get that kit for their junior team or for their current club or whatever for free. So we're finishing the graphic for that at the moment, and then we'll be posting that out. So you'll have to share that with any junior teams that you know or people.
Yeah.
And
Will do.
yeah. And also, I don't know if you saw on Instagram today as well, we posted something about Project Backboard colouring books. So Project Backboard are a organisation, and they have like an ebook that you can print or colour in on your iPads if you have one, like different court designs and stuff, like in different patterns, things like that. just to pass a bit of time and things like that. And if we get some involvement from people, we'll be doing giveaways and things like that. So yeah, again, share the links. I can put that link. I don't think the links work in YouTube. I don't really know. It doesn't look like it. But yeah, if anyone wants a link for that, ask us. And if you're bored and like colouring, there's loads of cool ways to paint a basketball court and waste some time, basically. So yeah.
Other than sorry, say again.
I didn't say anything.
Other than Charlie, do you have any other juniors in your team?
No, but we've got Mason Billington, who is not a junior. He's 23, I think, or 22. But he's quite new to being injured. Like, he's paralysed, but he's a 3-point player. Used to play rugby before his accident. He's picking up the game very quickly. The more he listens, the more he learns, and the quicker he's improving. So he's not a junior, but he's decent, and he's definitely an asset to our team already.
Nice.
Yeah, but we would like to have some more juniors in the club. I think Charlie's possibly exceptional, but we hope to have some other juniors in soon. So yeah, if any juniors are listening and you live in the south, come play for us. Yeah. You've done an Instagram post. Did you get any questions for you?
I'll have a look now. Yeah, I only got one question from my mate, and he just said that, to send us the link, which I have done, and they're actually watching now, so I'm gonna see if they've said anything.
Okay, yeah. Tell them to ask some questions if they've got any. Victor's text me. Who do you look up to, Dylan, and why? They didn't add why, but I've added that.
In terms of basketball, there's loads. There's absolutely loads of people in basketball that I look up to. Sorry, my mate's just sending us text. Shout out Cammy McClay. He asked us to give us a shout out. So shout out to
He's the
Cammy,
one that's texting the group.
Is he? Is he putting anything in the chat?
He's asked, who do you look up to, Dylan?
Oh, Cammy's put that. All right. There's loads. I'd say my first basketball hero was probably Abdi Jama. I still look up to him now, just because of him being a one and just being so exceptional. Then, I'd have to say Phil Pratt, Tommy Boomer, again just for being exceptional players. Yeah, I'd say those are the three basketball influences. And then obviously since being part of the media and all that sort of stuff, to be fair, I do look up to Cammy, who's he was the former communications manager at Basketball Scotland. He now works for Scottish Golf, but he taught me a lot when I was very young about media and comms, that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'd have to say him as well. And then Martin Schenk, the editor of Rolt, just for giving me the opportunity to write for his magazine and that, which has sort of helped me a lot and given me a great platform.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the people that I look up to, actually.
Who do you look up to outside of basketball and media? In life?
Oh, tough one. My dad is probably an obvious choice. I know this is a bit of a geek thing to say, but I'm a massive wrestling fan. Have been ever since I was a kid. So I'd probably say John Cena, Stone Cold, The Rock, people like that. Growing up watching wrestling, but yeah. But like just like in general day-to-day life, I'm not really sure. Like obviously my dad, my parents, my family, stuff like that. So, but no one massively
Cool.
sticks out. If you know what I mean.
Fair enough. I got a question from Carlos, Coach Carlos. I don't know if it's aimed at me or yourself, but we can both answer it. Have you participated in any other disabled sports?
um, not like fully. When I first started wheelchair basketball, I fully got involved. I've tried out wheelchair rugby. It just
Mm-hmm.
wasn't for me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then I I did win a freestyle wheelchair dancing competition when I was like 11.
Yes.
But
Is
but
there a video?
I can ask my mum if she's got one from back in the day. But
Text her
yeah,
right now.
if she does, I'll let you know when you can put it.
Send it straight to Rupert.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Sorry, I'm just laughing. My
Freestyle.
mates are just repping me in the group chat just now. But yeah, freestyle wheelchair dancing
Well,
competition won it
let's
2009.
let them rip you some more. Tell us more about the dance competition. That sounds
It was years
awesome.
ago. It was just once, and like there was all like these professional wheelchair dancers, and they like opened up the floor at the very end and said, "Oh, we're doing a freestyle competition, so anyone can join." And I done it, and yeah, I won it. I didn't expect to win it, but I did.
Legend. Legend. Love to see what moves you were doing.
Yeah, doing like mad
Awesome.
wheelies and that.
Legend. What an unexpected answer. Our friend Chaz19 on Instagram, who's a friend from around here who played basketball with us for a bit. He says, how are we coping with quarantine, lockdown, and not being able to play basketball? Obviously, you don't play basketball, but you can't commentate it or watch any new games. And me personally, I've got a half court in my garden, so it's all right for me, if I'm honest, Charlie.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. Could have a 3-on-3 or a few more people to play against, but I'm managing to get my shots up, and yeah, it's all right. Bit boring, so I've got no pals, but apart from that, it's all right. And you're welcome to use the
yeah.
court anytime, Charlie, if I'm not there, by the way. And we've got another question. This is quite a tough question to answer, I think. From Sean, who is a basketball referee he's only refereed 3 basketball games, and they happen to be 2 of the games that we've won. No, we beat Brentford twice, and he's ref both of them.
Nice.
Yeah, but he's a really decent ref, and he's very open that he knows nothing about the game, but he's doing his best. But anyway, his question is: can the perception of wheelchair basketball transcend being regarded as a para sport and gradually be regarded as a sport in the eyes of average AB sports fans? Question mark. That makes
I'd like it to, but like I think every disability sport will be at the moment. Every disability sport, whether it's basketball, rugby, fencing, whatever, will be regarded as either a para sport or a disability sport, just because it's been regarded as that for so long. Yeah, I'd like it to be just seen as a sport played by people, not necessarily disabled people. But yeah, it will take a long time. But you know, at the same time, like I don't mind it being called a para sport or a disability sport because, like, you know, like that's not to me. That's not offensive. That's just calling it what it's been defined as for so long. If they were saying anything offensive, then obviously I would not be happy. But calling it a para sport is like, to me, it just feels normal. Like calling it a disability sport or a para sport or a sport or whatever, it just feels normal. So Yeah, I'd like it to be seen as just a sport, but it'll take a long time. But at the same time, if that never happens, it doesn't really bother me.
Hmm.
So, what do you think?
Um, like obviously, able-bodied people can play the sport at a domestic level, and like I think that helps in Germany because I think able-bodied players there they see it as like just a sport, like it's an opportunity to play
Yeah,
sport a different way. Whereas here it's a bit more like, why is he playing? Like, what's wrong with him? A little bit, but
yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit
I get what you mean coming from that point of view. Yeah,
different. But it depends how people play it. But yeah, I like what we're trying to create with the events we're doing and stuff. Is like a sort of all-inclusive event. So it's not a disabled event. It's an event that has basketball, and there happens to be different forms of basketball.
yeah,
Um, and
yeah,
that, and depending on the venue, it's going to be the same with other sports as well. So we're in partnership with a organisation called Kickoff at Three, which is a football organisation. But obviously, there's forms of disabled football. So the environment we're trying to create is able-bodied basketball, wheelchair basketball, women's basketball, kids basketball, all in one venue. Are you going to fall asleep on me, Dylan? What's up?
nothing, mate.
You
I'm
tired?
listening to Nah, mate. I'm listening to you.
All right, cool. And yeah, because we have
I
connections.
just look stoned all the
You
time.
are
I just look stoned all the time.
fair. Um, and we want to have like wheelchair racing outside on the racing track, like able-bodied sprinters on the track, like some amputee racers. Like we just want to create an environment where there's all the same sports going on, but in a different variety, sort of thing,
Yeah,
different categories, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So yeah, I want it to be seen as just a normal sport, but at the same time, there's no denying it's disability sport. Like it just is what it is. It's not a problem. Like we are disabled. Like can't
yeah,
deny that either. Like it is what it is. It don't really matter. You just get on with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it annoys me. It annoys me a bit when like people they get annoyed about all the terminology. Like I'm not. Someone said to me years ago. I don't know. I can't remember who it was, but someone that was disabled got. They wanted to be referred to as a person with a disability rather than a disabled person, and I'm just sat there just
mhm,
thinking, what's the difference? The same
mhm.
thing. Like,
Yeah, same thing.
yeah. Um,
Um,
but going back to what the guy was saying about Germany, yeah, I would like wheelchair basketball in this country to be seen as it is seen in Germany, as in like the massive crowd sizes and like they actually have like fans in Germany. Like it's not just parents and it's not just friends and grandparents and all that. They're like proper
mhm,
fans that are actually invested in the club, like a football team or what like
mhm.
football fans. So it'd be
Yeah,
nice to have something like that in the UK.
yeah. Okay. I'll be honest with you, mate. That's all I've got on my list of things to ask you and things to talk about.
What was the question beforehand about Corona?
Lockdown. How lockdown is affecting you? Well, basketball wise, but just for you because obviously you don't play
Basketball.
basketball. But tell us
Yeah, well,
without basketball, how's lockdown affecting you? Is it messing your life up? What's going on?
I still training that. I miss training. I miss destroying Camiat training. Uh, but
Oh, so you still play?
yeah. No, well, I don't play for a club, but I train every week.
All right, cool, good lad.
Yes, just to keep fit in that because I do still enjoy training. But my mates rip the piss out of me because like I push on offense, can't be asked on defense. I'm just
Oh,
like
you're one of them.
yeah. I just like
Oh,
sit
terrible,
half
Dylan.
court. Uh, I don't
You'd
care.
never make the high rollers. That
Nah,
attitude.
play for your RGK league team.
No, not mate. Not if you don't play defense. Can't play for no team of mine.
Well, I'll come to one of your training sessions and then I'll shoot the lights out, and then you'll be like, I don't give a shit. You'll be like,
Oh,
I don't give. You were like, I don't give a monkey's if this guy plays defense or not. He shoots the lights out, and I produce results, mate. No 1-pointer in the British League has the amount of range that I have. I can shoot from like, it's crazy. I can shoot stationary from like just inside the arc.
yeah. If anyone's watching this that played with Dylan, I want to know if he's telling the truth or not.
I remember there was one session. It must be back in January, and I must have gone like.
Mate, is that bleeping coming from your house to my house?
8 from what?
There's some
Oh
bleeping.
no, it's the fire alarm has gone off in the other building. Oh, it's stopped now.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Carry on. Sorry.
But yeah, I must have went something crazy like 7 from 8 or something.
What? Just inside the 3?
No, well, yeah, like just out inside the 3, but outside the paint.
Cool. Legend.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Corona's been tough. Obviously, like a lot of my stuff that I was going to go to has been cancelled, like the Champions League stuff and all that. But it's just one of them things. You just get on with it. I can't wait for like things to get back to normal and that. But yeah.
Well, and didn't you say Phil Gaskell would text you? You wanted us to talk about something.
Yes. Yes, he has.
What had he said?
He said,
Oh, someone's texted me saying Dylan isn't lying. He's a sharpshooter.
that must be Cammy.
No, it's not actually. It's someone else. Another one of your fans.
Who is it? Fraser.
Carlos, you're a dick.
What's Carlos said?
He just texted me saying in the YouTube, check your WhatsApp. It's important. I've checked my WhatsApp. It's a video of a Dalek, and he thinks he's funny. He's such an idiot. Carry on.
Yeah, so obviously, and you know, in the National League, like in this country and in countries abroad, and that when a woman plays in the National League, they get a 1.5 concession. So like, so like a female one would add a point. Like so, how would I explain it? So like the total amount of number of points that you're allowed on court is 14, but when you play a female, you're allowed 15.5. So, Phil basically asked me is, should female players have a 1.5 concession when they play in the National League?
Is that a question to me?
Well, it's a question to both of us. Before I give my thoughts, I want to hear your thoughts.
I ain't got many. Sometimes, it depends on the player, but like obviously I played for Hanover for a bit with for a season with Vanessa from America, and it was like obviously we're playing basketball. Yes, I know it's disabled basketball, and I'm not taking anything away from Vanessa. I think she's a good one-pointer, and she's good at what she does. But in terms of basketball, like it's like I wasn't always sitting on the bench because Vanessa was there, and she lowers raises the points. Sorry, but sometimes I was sitting on the bench thinking, God, I want to be on the court at one point the same as she is, like just because I want to play basketball. Like I don't want to just set curls for Joe Bestwick. Like I want to play ball. So sometimes it was a bit annoying, but at the same time, it's also she works just as hard as anyone else. She puts just as much time into her training as anyone else. She deserves a place on the court, and But then you look at someone like Mariska, like she's a beast, and I think Joe said it the other day, like she could, what are her points if she wasn't a female in the league? Like, what's her standard points? I don't actually know.
So what's her actual her classification before the deduction?
Yes.
She's a 4, so she'll play as a 2.5.
Right. Yeah. So she could play as a 4, as a.
Yeah.
Right, and Mariska playing as the 2.5 is unbelievably unfair.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I also think in
Yeah.
regards to Vanessa, because she's a 1. Like her classification is technically like minus 0.5 or something, and I just think that's a bit degrading. Like she's a minus 0.5. Like come on, like she's still there. Like, and I think some teams abuse it, like the Turkish teams and stuff. Like,
oh yeah, the Turkish teams. Yeah, Jesus.
it's boring. It's boring to watch. Like, yeah, they've got some talented players, but there's just a girl running up and down that ain't doing a lot. Like, and there's no situation where they're really passing the ball, and I don't think it looks good. Like, it's just a bit of abusing the rules, in my opinion. Like, yeah, it is what it is. It's the rules.
Yeah. I mean, it's a difficult one to judge because like the 4 is it 4? Yeah, the 4 main like female low pointers that stuck out to me are like Yetska from Thüringer, Vanessa from Hannover, Annabelle from Landil, and Sarah from Ilunion. So they're all female 1/1.5s, and like they play which allow the high pointers to get on the court, and they can run a big lineup with them on it, so they can run like 4 big or whatever, and like they're like you can tell when you watch them teams play that the female low pointer is viewed as part of the team and like equally given the same amount of respect, and you know like it's clear to see. But then you say like with other teams, like so let's just say like any random team might just have one girl on their team that's a low pointer, and they might just, like you say, just use her to get high pointers on court, and they just totally disregard their own teammate, which I don't think is right. But yeah, I mean, it's I don't really know if I have an opinion on it, because like people like Jitska Visser and Annabelle Breuer, they're people that I look up to. You know, they're some of the great 1/1.5 players ever, regardless of their gender. Like, you know, the way they seal in a big is just tremendous. So, yeah. But what annoys me is, well, there's 2 things. Is like, obviously, as a male 1 or a male 1/5. So, like, for example, if I was playing, like, technically, if I'm playing National League, I'm the same classification as Laurie Williams, because Laurie Williams would play as a 1. And, like, you know, I'll never compete against someone like Laurie Williams, and like a lot of male 1-pointers, nine out of 10 male 1-pointers will not be able to have the same function as a female 2.5. So it is a bit skewed in that way. And it also annoys me when, like, say for example, a 3.5 woman would play as like a 2, in the National League, and the 3.5 woman is literally just used for a totally different role as to what she would be used to in the women's league. So like, if you're telling a 3.5 to play like a 2, and then so they're doing that all season in the National League, and then they come to play women's league and they have to play a completely different role, and they're like a deer in the headlights because they don't know what to do. So
yeah,
I suppose in an ideal world, I'd like to see like a professional men's league and a professional women's league run throughout the, you know, have it be 2 separate leagues. Although there's definitely benefits to like it being a mixed league. I'm not saying that's a negative of it mixed league, but in an ideal world, it would be good to see like 2 leagues that are treated as equal, and both leagues getting, you know, so like a 3.5 woman would be able to play the same role as a 3.5 male. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'd like to see that happen, but I think we're a long way off from that.
Yeah, especially in the UK where we don't have any form of pro league. Like, I think as far as it goes,
Yeah.
some people pay petrol money, but other than that, like, there's
Yeah.
no form of pro league here, so the chance of a women's one is next to nothing. Maybe in
Yeah.
another country, but again, like, I think it would be good. But like, and obviously in America they have it in the university and stuff, and that works really well.
Oh yeah,
But that's
yeah,
because
yeah. That's right, yeah.
obviously it's not professional, but it's still there's enough players to go about. Just is you've got to have them, and yeah, I don't think we could do it here ever. But
Yeah.
who knows?
And like, well, 99.9% of the top women that play in the world now have gone through the US college system just because the system is so great.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but I'd like to see an international women's league because then you get to like, say for example, Mariska Bayer could play against Marika Miller all year round and stuff like that, or they could play on the same team. There could be so many different combinations, and it would be
yeah,
class. But again, I think we're a long way off from that happening. So.
yeah. In the comments on YouTube, Mariska is watching, and she's obviously heard us mention about her being a 2.5 is unfair, and she says
Oh
life is
dear.
unfair. She says life is unfair, and then Jack Davey says you are brilliant, Mars. So yeah, whatever, Mariska, you know it's unfair that you're a 2.5. Like yeah, but whatever. I remember
I
when
don't
I
know.
was playing for
I wouldn't say it's unfair. I'd just say whichever it makes her far more valuable to whichever team she decides to go to. So.
yeah. I remember playing for Raden in I think it was a pre-season friendly, and we played against Hamburg, and Marika Miller blasted past me like 4 times, and Joseph shouted at me like, Jack, like, how is she beating you? She's a girl. And I was like, she might be a girl, but like her whole body works. Like, I'm like half a body just flopping about, and I'm fat. Like, I have no hope against her. Like, I can't stop her. It's like, she's a
Yeah.
female, you should be able to stop her. And I'm like, no, I shouldn't.
See,
Like,
that
basically running in
that
her chair. Like, come on.
that's just
Idiot.
such an obscure viewpoint to have because like Marika Miller, players like Marika Miller, Mariska Bayer, that they are just like different level. Like, yeah.
But it did work for motivation for the rest of the season. So I was like, no. I did shout at him in the moment, but I was like, well, I don't want her to beat me, but I will train hard enough to try and make sure it doesn't happen again. I'm sure, yeah, she'd probably beat me every time we played her, but whatever. Like, I was trying. Yeah. You know Diana from Trier as well.
Diana. No, I don't know Diana. No.
The Latvian lady, blonde hair.
Oh yeah.
She she called me a pussy once and told me to ring my mum whilst we were playing. That was
Nice.
well intense. Yeah, she
Great.
definitely should play above us. You what?
I said that's great trash talk.
It worked. It got in my head. That's for sure. I was like, why is she saying this? But I think it's because she picked me back and then she backed on me, and I was like, because it hit my hand, and then she called me a pussy boy and told me to call my mum. Legend. She scares the hell out of me.
Did you say Mariska's watching? Is she watching now?
I don't know if currently right now we might have bored her by now, but she was watching at some
All right.
moment.
Well, if she's still watching, can you or she could either answer this now or answer this tomorrow. But I want to know her opinion on a pro women's league because that would be class, like an international women's league.
Yeah, she can answer tomorrow. Tell us everything you know about Mariska, Dylan.
Everything I know about
tomorrow.
Mariska.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the absolute greatest female player ever. Like, she's just a different level. Like, no one in the history of the game, male or female, can average 30 points consistently at the international level, and she can. So, yeah, just different level. And it's just that whole Netherlands team is unstoppable, but in my opinion, she makes them unbeatable.
Oof. and what makes her so different from anyone else out there, in your opinion?
Just dominance, complete dominance. Just when she's in the paint, there's just no stopping her. As soon as she's under that basket, it's like 99.9% guaranteed to go in.
How do you think she could improve? How could she be a little bit better?
Hard. Confidence to shoot more threes.
Oh, putting it out there.
Yeah.
More threes.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we'll have Mariska on tomorrow. Is she the world MVP at the moment for females?
Yeah. Well, yeah, European and World's MVP.
It's not bad. Not bad accolades to have.
Yeah.
And we've been also in talks with Greg Warburton, and he should be on in the next week or two as well. So yeah, that's cool. Because obviously me and you could talk, but we don't really. We're a bit boring. We ain't been there and done it so much. Like, using people who are good at know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Quickly, just another merchandise plug for some stuff. It's the Venice Ball hat again. Oh shit! If you want one of these, let us know, and we can sort that out. It says Venice Ball on the back, on the front. Kobe stickers in the shape of the NBA thingy. LA fridge. I love LA fridge magnets from Zermillion. And obviously our high roller key rings that double up as a trolley key. But you want to avoid supermarkets at the moment because of Corona, so don't suggest them. And then these are shorts from Venice Ball. The jazziest shorts you'll ever see in your life. Puma in collaboration with Venice Ball. Decent shorts. Coach Carlos can vouch for them because he's tried them. They're a little bit expensive. Damn cool, and again, they're good quality and made with good products. And yeah, not many people have got them. So if you're rocking those shorts, you look the part. Maybe not too many wheelchair guys rocking them because, you know, wheelchairs and shorts ain't that good a look. But anyway, moving on. Mariska is watching. She says they aren't her best, the 3-pointers, but she's working on it.
Nice. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, just for you, Dylan. So yeah, I've got nothing else on my list. We've been on here a little while. I don't know what else to talk about. Got anything else to say, Dylan, till the next time?
Well, like, that's the thing, like, there's nothing going on, so, like, there's not much to, like, talk about what's going on, because no one knows, so.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll definitely be tuning in tomorrow when Mariska's on. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, it'd be good to find out about her, how she works the on-court relationship with Dietska. And, yeah, I also want to know what she thinks of my commentary. So, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. Someone write these down, or I'll write them down later.
Well, I'll chat. I'll post in the chat tomorrow night.
Okay, you've got a lot of questions for Mariska by the sounds of it.
Yeah. I'll be the question provider for literally all your interviews. You'll never run out of content if I'm in the chat. So.
Well, you can just do the interviews for me. I'm not sure Rupert will allow that, but yeah, you can have your own question time.
Yeah.
We want to get some referees on here as well to talk about some calls and stuff. Like, again, like you say, it seems a bit odd talking about basketball and things but you know, trying to get something to forget about Corona and all the bad stuff that's happening out there. So it's a bit putting our head in the sand, but, you know, forget about Corona, turn the news off and come and talk basketball for a bit if anyone wants to. And we will have anyone and everyone on here. We've allowed Joe Beswick on here, so we'll allow anyone on here. So anyone's welcome. Just let us know if you want to come tell us your story and about your basketball life and your love for basketball, like, yeah, how you're dealing with Corona and basketball.
Murray Tressida would be a good one. I know Joe suggested him. I reckon he's got some good
Yeah.
stories to tell.
I'll hit him up. I'll send him a message. Abdi Jammer, Terry Bywater, any GB players, any non-GB players, any old GB players, any players from anywhere in the world, come have a chat with me or Dylan about anything.
Try and get. Did you say Jack Davies watching? Get Davey on here.
Yeah, he keeps saying he will, but he never actually does. But hopefully he will. We've got plenty of time. There's no rush on any of this because, we could be here for a while, so there's no rush really. What's your thoughts on if we was to play like a basketball video or something awesome and people comment about it, like, I don't know, in the group? I don't know. I think that's a bad idea. Yeah. I've got nothing else to say, mate.
Well, fair enough, mate. Right. Well, I look forward to tuning in tomorrow to hear what Mariska's saying. So, anyway, mate, it's been good to chat with you, and we'll do this again soon. I'm happy to become a regular guest.
You have to get you a shirt and tie, become a real reporter.
Yeah.
Get
no.
Get dressed up.
Nah, I only wear a shirt and tie when I'm going on a date.
Oh, are you on Tinder at the moment?
No, I'm not on Tinder. Tinder is horrendous, and it's just
horrendous.
No, not for me. There's too many people on Tinder that don't want anything serious. Whereas me, I'm old school romantic, and I'd like something serious. But no one is, no one. This is a problem nowadays with like this generation. They don't want anything serious, in my opinion. And still searching for the one.
Got deep real quick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, mate.
Got it. Let's turn this into a Dylan advert. So, what's the perfect woman for you? Tell us.
Jesus Christ. Don't know. Long as they're a nice person, decent person, good values, not materialistic. I like someone that likes the food. I like my food, so the person that I'm with better like food as well, because going out for food is one of my biggest hobbies. And obviously I'm heartbroken now. Because Mackey's and Nando's and all the restaurants I used to go to, they're all shut. So yeah.
What about Zizzi's? You love Zizzi's, right?
Oh yeah, Zizzi's. I forgot about that. Yeah, Zizzi's. Yeah, Italian food, unreal. I swear this Corona is just gonna make me eat twice as big as what I already am. Because
where are you getting your food from?
What? Just now? Yeah, just as the delivery, mate, at the moment.
What? You're eating more food than you would if there wasn't a lockdown?
Well, no, like I'm like snacking more than what I would. Like I'm like eating too many packets of crisps and like chocolate and bad stuff. Cans of Iron Brew, right? Iron Brew, the best drink there is.
Yes, Iron Brew plug. Can you get sponsored by Iron Brew, Dylan? As you're Scottish.
I have actually asked them to sponsor me, but not had a reply yet. They've paid me, so.
Well, do your sponsorship advert now, live on YouTube. We'll send it to them. Why should they sponsor you?
Because I'm a legend. Nah, joking. I don't know. I'm Scottish. That's why.
Scottish and love Iron Brew. That's enough, isn't it?
That is enough.
And you're internet famous. You're famous in the wheelchair basketball world.
I hate the word famous. I'm just a passionate guy that loves wheelchair basketball.
Infamous? Does that suit you better as you're such a bad boy?
Infamous? What does infamous mean again? Does that mean like not famous?
Famous but for the wrong reasons.
Nah. I'd just say I'm just a guy a guy that loves wheelchair basketball.
All right, cool. Okay, so yeah, we call it a day there. We've done a Dylan dating app.
Yeah.
We'll send it to all the ladies out there.
God's sake.
All right, cool. Thanks to everyone that watched. Oh, Jack Davey says Davey will be on soon. Well, it's up to you when,
Nice.
mate. Just make the call. Just tell us when.
Nice.
And Jordan as well. Get Jordan on.
Yeah, get Jordan on
Anyone.
there as well.
Yeah.
In fact, just
Right,
get
cool.
the whole of the otters on at one time. Just all getting well. Obviously, when all this social distancing nonsense is over, just get everyone from otters in the same room and just come on at the chat. Just do like a live broadcast from like the training session or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. We could do that from here, but again, it's not much. No one wants to watch me play basketball, but we could do that. Rupert said we're allowed to do that if we've got a location or something, but I don't want it to be me in the video. Yes. The brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg cussed me out today. He was like, I can tell that Rupert's the brains behind all of this. I was like, yes, mate. I just got a few phone numbers in my phone. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
I can get people to come on here, but I definitely don't know what's going on. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go. Let's do it another time.
Yeah,
and everyone
definitely.
come back tomorrow from Mariska and ask us some questions, text us, whatever. Just let us know what you want to know about Mariska, the world's best female player in the world. Yeah, in the world. All right, cool. Cheers. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Dylan.
Right. Cheers, Jack. Right, I'll see you later on.
Bye. Thanks, Rupert.
Bye. Cheers, Rupert.